There is an extremely wide range of injuries, some very light injuries, nicks and bruises. Others have been in surgery 2 times. At least one of the people who have been brought in who have been in the emergency room under the knife 3 times now. We had this press conference with leadership, and then all behind me, this was all filled with about 100 hospital staff and surgeons and nurses who were volunteers that were enjoying their day off and just came in here to help volunteer and contribute, and we're all listening.
Could not be more proud of El Paso and the way that we're responding to this tragedy today. Happy to take your questions.
Sir, regarding the manifesto and everything that was in it, fears about Hispanic immigration and all that, does any of this fall at the feet of President Donald Trump and his rhetoric that's been growing over the last couple weeks and his alleged racist tweets and other rhetoric?
Yes. We've had a rise in hate crimes every single one of the last 3 years. During an administration where you have a president who's called Mexicans rapists and criminals, he is a racist.
Trump rally is being held here. So if you're an O'Rourke supporters, you're coming down, and you can actually see some of them coming down. They're having to come down here on Mill to get down here. And it's been difficult enough because if you are an O'Rourke supporter, you're going to hear a lot of noise, a lot of chants, a lot of signposts. The border is back by the river, which had already been crossed by the migrants. So when they were waiting here to be processed and when they were picked up, they were already asylum seekers. The reality of the situation is that there's a lot riding on the shoulders of these young future farmers. The age of the average American farmer is 60, if not older, and many of them are already looking ahead to retirement. This 36-acre student-worked alfalfa farm is going to serve as a crucial training ground to future food producers. It's a frustrating sight that we've now seen time and time again. Long lines of cars, hundreds of El Pasoans desperately waiting for a COVID-19 test, including a family I met today, afraid they've been infected, trying to get tested for themselves and for their young child. That family arrived at around 8 this morning and spent more than 8 hours waiting with not a single bathroom in sight.
My head is carrying me, and I have well, I'm feeling not good.
The father having to take off his shirt to use it to block out sunlight from the back window to ease his daughter's discomfort.
We have the air condition, but still that I'm afraid of that. Actually, I have my daughter here. She's 2 years old.
And after all that, they were turned away at the last moment by police, given a front of the line voucher and told to come back tomorrow. There were many stories like this.
My mom is on the front, so she's right now, she has to go to the work, but right now we're still here.
From the school's main entrance at Hermosillo, there was a line several blocks long of people waiting since early this morning. And here you can see one car waited so long it ran out of gas and had to be helped, further slowing the process. Now this site here at El Paso Community College opened at 9. It was only open for about 4 hours before the entry line was cut off, and saying that they were about to exhaust the number of tests that they had. Dozens of cars were turned away, saying they'll be back open tomorrow morning at 9, and if you can, come back earlier. That's their only option for many El Pasoans. Their convalescent plasma levels are completely exhausted. I'm taking the time today to give mine, but there's another group out there whose plasma is even more valuable. What they really need is fluids from those who have already beaten this virus.
We have over 500 recovered patients in the El Paso area alone, and we've only gotten 12 recovered donations.
Plasma from survivors is reportedly much more resistant to COVID-19.
Much as your body develops antibodies for any illness once you've had it that fights it off, then those antibodies are in their plasma.
But even so, right now, all donations are considered blessings.
The people that I work with who've been here 30 years or more have never seen anything like this. And this is unprecedented as far as trying to get donations in, and it's unprecedented as far as the recovered plasma.
As soon as donations are processed, they go to local hospitals to help people like the current COVID-19 patient and registered nurse who emailed ABC7 saying, quote, "My doctors would like to administer antibodies from recovered patients, but none are currently available in my blood type. Please remind our community how important antibody donation from recovered patients can be." Now, any donation you give here takes less than an hour, and it is also a way for them to check to see whether or not you've developed antibodies for the virus. It was a simple but profound message that the parents wanted to get across to the Education Center staff today.
My kids are better kids because of you.
Through years of dedication and guidance, these staffers had become beloved extensions of the families that sent their kids to the Education Center.
These are the ladies who have been taking care of my son for so long, and they're super sweet. They're not just teachers, but they're also very supportive people, emotional support and moral support for us.
Cookies, flowers, and cards were carefully handed to the teachers by grateful parents who promised never to forget them. Many of these families have put multiple kids through the center.
She was here about 2.5 years, and she's been here 1.5 years.
The educators could be seen lowering their masks just a bit for a few seconds so that the younger children could recognize and wave to these community heroes one last time. And for one young girl, this was her message to those educators.
We love you guys, and we hope that you guys find something else that is better for you guys, and that, yeah, I guess. We're just so sad.
Parents and teachers say they're most concerned about how this loss will affect the children who have come to rely on the center for a sense of stability. Michael Gordon, ABC 7. Now let's go to where that red light was. This happened about last night, about 7 p.m. over here on University. He's sitting there minding his own business. Suddenly, a pedestrian shows up out of nowhere, starts yelling at him, screaming at him, and then starts pulling a knife on him. It's feeding time outside of the El Caldito Soup Kitchen, a facility that is dramatically reshaping its safety procedures to keep its volunteers safe during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hi, how are you?
Can I get a juice and a thing of water, please?
Burrito, sandwich, and dessert.
If it wasn't for them, we'd be hungry.
Do you have any like muffins, capiche or whatever that is?
You're human, you're homeless, you have no food. Come, let us feed you.
And all the rest, we tackle everything we can to it.
Our volunteers are here from usually 7:30 till 1:30, 2 o'clock.
I mean, the type of person that would do this is the type of person who stays healthy and stays active, even as a senior citizen.
Oh, that's heavy.
Clean hands, clean gloves.
We wear masks, we wear gloves. We don't allow the public in the room.
No, it's always in the back of your mind, but you do what you can, and I'm a healthy person, and I don't live in fear.
We buy these by the case. I haven't worried about it. Most of us have been tested.
They love sweets.
I'll try a couple plums.
I don't worry about that part of it. The good part of being here and working with these people so much compensates for the danger.
If I was in the situation, I would really appreciate all these people here doing everything they can to make my life just a little bit easier.
Without the soup kitchen, we really wouldn't have anything. We'd just be on the street.
We've got to take care of the people who can't take care of themselves.
The show must go on.
Workers inside saying they could use more volunteers. If you want to give your own time, you can call in, drop in, or sign up on their website, which we'll have later on KVIA.com. Reporting with our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom, Michael Gordon.
Hi, fake news! Hi, fake news! Fake-ass news! Fake-ass news! Fake! Y'all are fake! You're fake! You're fake! You spread fake news! You should be ashamed of yourself! You should be ashamed of yourself!
Testing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 through. Can you hear them in your ear? Over there? Okay,
Trump 2020! Trump 2020!